In this lesson, we're going to be finding a data value when we're given a percentile. In other words, we're going to be doing the inverse of what we have been doing. Before, we have been given a z-value and we had to look up the z-score, the z-score. Now we're going to be given a percentage and we're going to have to back solve and find the z-value and then back solve and find the x value associated with that z-value. So here's a problem. The scores for a reference population on the Wechsler Intelligence Scale for children are normally distributed with a mean of 100 and a standard deviation of 15. As you can see, anytime we have a normal distribution, we have to be given the mean and we have to be given the standard deviation. And in this case, the mean is 100 and the standard deviation is 15. We want to know the child's score that represents the 82nd percentile. What is the first thing that we do? Well, the first thing that we always do when we have a normal distribution is to draw the picture. Here's the picture, and as you can see in this picture, we have normal distribution, a mean of 100 and a standard deviation of 15. Our mean is in the middle. Our x bar, our x line is here, our z line is here, and we know that whenever we have a mean of 100, then our z-score is 0 for that particular mean. So we shade in the region that represents 82%. Once we shade that region in, then we're ready to look that value up on the table. So here's our picture again, and so this time we're going to go to our table, and in our tables we're going to find 82% or get as close as we can to 82%. So in this case, we're giving the area under the curve, and as you recall, these values represent the area under the curve. Therefore, we're going to look for 0.82, and you'll see that 0.82 is actually between these two values, 0.8186 and 0.8212. Well, we always want to take the value that is closest to in this case. So it is closest to 0.1812. And therefore, we're going to read to the left, which is 0.9, and then we're going to read up, which is 0.02, and so our z-value becomes 0.92. Once we get our z-value, what is it that we know? We know that z, our conversion equation, our transformation equation, is z is equal to x minus the mean divided by sigma. We know the values in this case. We know what z is. We don't know what x is. We know what the mean is and we know what sigma is. So we can actually solve this equation for x. And when we solve this equation for x, then if we see that we have 4 pieces to this puzzle and we need 3 pieces to solve it, and we have those 3 pieces, we have the mean, we have sigma, and we have the z-value. Therefore, our z-value comes from what we got off the table, and therefore, when we solve for x, we find that the score for the children that are in the 82nd percentile is approximately 113.8.